this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Wednesday the 9th of June. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin move back through the pivot at 32,843 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 34,611. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high at 34,052. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 35,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target the second major resistance level at 35,820 and resistance at 36,000 before any pullback. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 31,634 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should continue to steer clear of sub 30,000 levels. Second major support level sits at 29,866. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a narrowing of the bullish histograms through the turn of the day, supporting this early morning pullback. More significantly, however, on the EMAs, the 50 has pulled further back from the 100 and the 200, signaling further downside. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 32,843 and through yesterday's high 34,052 to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will remain in play. Moving across to Ethereum, also bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum move back through the pivot at 2480 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2651. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 2600 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, we've got the second major resistance level at 2793. Going to need to see plenty of support, however, for Ethereum to break back through the 38.2% fib at 2740. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 2338 into play. Barring another extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 2000 levels. Second major support level at 2167 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, got a marked narrowing of the bullish histograms, could see a possible bearish cross, so keep an eye on that through the early part of the day. On the EMAs, also a bearish indicator with the 50 continuing to pull back from the 100 and the 200, signaling further downside ahead. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 2480 and back through to 2600 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will remain in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, tracking the broader market, bearish start. Going to see Litecoin move back through the pivot at 157 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 169. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break back through to 160s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 170 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, we've got the 62% fib at 174 and the second major resistance level at 176 to cap any upside. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 149 into play. Barring another extended sell-off through the day, Litecoin should steer clear of sub 140s. Second major support level sits at 138. Looking at the MACDs, we have a marked narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting this early morning pullback. On the EMAs, also bearish indicator with the 50 continuing to pull back from the 100 and the 200, signaling further downside ahead. So key through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot at 157 and break back through to 160 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will remain in play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, also bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fall back through the 62% fib at 0.8573 and the pivot at 0.8478 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 0.9124. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.90 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, got second major resistance level at 0.9502 to cap any upside. A fallback through the 62% fib and the pivot at 0.8478 will bring the first major support level 0.81 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of the second major support level at 7454. Looking at the MACDs, we had a narrowing of the bullish histograms at the early start of the day, so that supported the early morning pullback. On the EMAs, the 50 has continued to pull back from the 100 and the 200, also a bearish indicator suggesting further downside ahead. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the 62% fib and the pivot at 0.8478 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play.